Big up to each and every one of you, and welcome back to another Premier League Game Week prediction at 3FC. Hopefully you're liking and subscribing, and it's time to discuss on Premier League Game Week 26, which has a lot at stake. And on this channel, we love to discuss on every Premier League fixture in detail, and we love to talk about them because that is what we love, the Premier League football. So smash the like and subscribe, and let me know your prediction in the comment section for each and every match. We know Crystal Palace, they let Roy Hodgson go, and they brought Oliver Glasner. And see, big respect to Roy Hodgson for what he's done in the league in Palace. But Palace had to go in different direction. And are we going to see a manager bounce? Now, first of all, coming to the opposition and see, this is the best opposition you want as a new manager because Burnley have been absolutely awful this league. Coming on to the first match, are we going to see a manager bounce, new manager bounce for Crystal Palace, or are we going to see some revival from Burnley who have been absolutely awful this season? First of all, on Crystal Palace, they brought the new manager Oliver Glasner. They let Roy Hodgson go, and big respect to Roy Hodgson, but Palace had to go in different direction. And even in this match, they still doubt whether Eze plays, Guhi plays, Olise we know is still out, but they play one of the worst side in the league, and this is the best match you want. Now, a new manager cannot straight away implement his tactics, but he can get the players behind him, the crowd behind him, and it could absolutely bring difference. And coming on to the opposition, Burnley, they have been really poor this season. I still believe if Burnley go down and if Vincent Kompany stays, they'll easily come up. The score still is really good for the championship, but that cannot take away from the poor job Vincent Kompany has done and how easily he has got away with it. Big respect to him as a player, and I think as a manager he did really well last in the championship, but they've been really poor. Defensively, they're really poor, and even with injuries, Crystal Palace have got a really good defense. Joshua Anderson, Mark Guhi, Tyrick Mitchell. Attackingly, they've got the players like Mateta, Edward, which are going to be more than enough for the poor Burnley side who are defensively awful. This is why I just see a comfortable 2-0 win. Not much, but I think this quality in Gulf is going to be too much, and Palace will get a much needed win as Celeste. Now coming on to my favorite Premier League game fixture this week, because I think this is going to be spicy. This is such a good fixture. Aston Villa is Nottingham Forest. People, I really believe this is going to be a really good match, and it's more tight than people really think. On one hand, Aston Villa fighting for the top 4 spot. They're in the top 4. Tottenham don't play this game week, so they have a chance to go far away from Tottenham, 5 or 6 points, and stay ahead of Manchester United. But when you look at the home form, in last year, just before the end of the year, they drew against Sheffield. They beat Burnley very narrowly. They lost to Chelsea in the cup. They lost to Manchester United. They lost to Newcastle, and it's not looking good. In the defense, it's Lenglen and Pau Torres. Carlos is not there. Mings is not there. Then I think Moreno and Cash are defensively not good enough. Then you have the injuries in form of Boubacar Kamara, who could be out for the season. And Watkins is looking in good form. Bailey is looking in good form, but Diaby is struggling. So right now, Villa are not at the best. Nottingham Forest attackingly are a really good side. Morgan Gibbs White, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Elanga, Evinui. If Evinui is fit enough for this game, they're still a really good team. Murillo is doing really well defensively. And we know in midfield, Danilo is a really good player as well. So they have got the players to hurt Aston Villa. They beat Aston Villa earlier in the season under Steve Cooper. Now Nuno has done a very good job. So it could be a very tasty game. Nottingham Forest can sit behind and just go on the Aston Villa high line. Murillo can handle Watkins, and it's going to be a very pretty match. This is why I think it's more tight than people think. And I think for Aston Villa, it's going to depend on how quick they start the match. If they can get the lead in the early 10 minutes, I think they can even pamp Forest for 2 or 3 in this game. But I think if they don't get an early goal in the game, Forest will grow in confidence. It could be the same game like it was at Newcastle when they won 3-1. I just don't see Villa lose this game with what's at stake at home. But I just feel this is going to be 2-2 draw. I see Aston Villa get a lead in mid of the half. But I see Nottingham Forest sit back and counter and get 2 goals very quick. But after that, I see Aston Villa get an equalizer with the home crowd behind them. But I just can't see Villa win this game. For me, it's going to be Aston Villa 2, Nottingham Forest 2. I think it's going to be a bit surprising result in this. That's just my opinion. Now coming to Old Trafford, we have Manchester United take on Fulham. And let's not lie, a lot of United fans will sneak peek the result of Aston Villa because now it's getting really tight between Aston Villa, Tottenham and Manchester United. And with Tottenham not playing this game week, Manchester United can equal the points with Tottenham and be very near to Aston Villa, who I see will drop points on Nottingham Forest. Manchester United right now are on 4 wins in a row. Haaland is playing really well. You got Rashford now absolutely back and looking really good. Darlow is playing absolutely amazing. And they play Fulham at home, where they will be expected to win and a chance to win 5 in a row for a side where the manager was on the verge of sack. It was all chaotic and it's looking really good right now. And the new ownership are doing all the right things, and Manchester United are going on the right track. Now coming on to Fulham, who are really well coached by Marco Silva, are a really good team. You can never count upon them. They're a really, really good team with really good players. Palhinha, Kearney, Willian, you've got Pereira, you've got Harry Wilson, Muniz is doing a really good job right now. You got Tim Ream at the back. Leno is a very good goalkeeper. Robinson, Kenny Tete, a nice team, but overall a well-coached side, but again a side which is inconsistent. They can score 3 or 4 one day, not another day. They're just a bit inconsistent, not really clinical, but a really good side. And I feel at Old Trafford, where United will have to take initiative, I think Fulham will find spaces, and I believe they'll score a goal. But I think the quality in Gulf is going to be too much. Rasmus Hojlund, Garnacho, Rashford, the crowd behind them. Fulham always offer you spaces in behind, and I think Manchester United will clinch a narrow 2-1 victory for me in this game. Roberto De Zerbi was a scene dyche to absolutely contrasting football style, two contrasting footballing teams, which is going to make a great viewing of a match. On one hand, Brighton plays some swashbuckling great football. Everton are going to sit back and counter, and it's going to make a great viewing. When last time Everton in the scene dyche faced Roberto De Zerbi's side at MX Stadium, they put 5 past De Zerbi's side, which was stunning. But on the other hand, the current Everton side just can't score enough goals. Calvert-Lewin is struggling. All depends on Doucouré is just back from injury, and McNeil and Harrison, and that is a struggle for this current Everton side. But one thing they can do really well is be defensively solid with Onana, Doucouré, Guy, then at the back, Tarkowski, Brentford, Mykolenko, Pickford as a goalkeeper. So we know what Scene Dyche can do. De Zerbi, on the other hand, we know how well coached Brighton are, what a great footballing side they are. Estupiñán is back now, Welbeck is back now. Players are slowly coming back for Brighton and they're looking really good. But again, they're very inconsistent. They can win one game 5-0, then lose 4-1. That's a bit of a problem with Brighton, but they still have a really good footballing side. I just see a 1-1 draw in this match. I see Everton sitting back, defensively being solid and hitting them on the counter, but not having the enough quality to finish the chances off. So I don't see them score more than 1. But I feel Everton are going to be tight. Brighton will struggle. This is why I just see a 1-1 draw in the game with both sides not being too disappointed with the result. Now coming on to the Vitality Stadium, Bournemouth against Manchester City. Bournemouth plays some really good football at St. James Park and got a deserved draw. They have not been in really good form this year, but they're still a really good side. Coached really well with being one of the most informed strikers in the league. Solanke, Tavernier is a really good player. You saw the goal Semenyo scored. They have some really talented players. But on the other hand, they just might play into the hands of the treble winners, Manchester City. Now, Manchester City recent weeks have not played the best football. They struggle against Chelsea, they struggle against Brentford, they struggle against Everton. But we know once the side hit their motor, they're going to be unstoppable. De Bruyne, Haaland, most probably Grealish will be back for this game. Stones was back against Brentford, which is a massive boost. And with Manchester City, they know how to win, they know how to get the job done. And I think against Bournemouth side, which plays good football, at their home where they will give some spaces, I just think this is going to play in the hands of Manchester City and they'll score enough in this game to win this game comfortably. I see Bournemouth get a goal because Solanke, Tavernier, these type of players will give trouble to Ruben Dias, Stones, and City will give a bit of spaces. But I think City will have too much to absolutely outscore Bournemouth. I'm going with the 3-1 Manchester City win with Haaland De Bruyne being more than enough for Bournemouth. Now turning our attention to the Emirates Stadium where Arsenal play Newcastle. Both sides have a lot at stake. And first starting off with Arsenal. Arsenal are 5 points behind Liverpool with the game in hand. 1 point behind City. There's no margin for error and at home they have to win this game. Yes, they lost in the midweek in the Champions League to Porto, but again, that's a one-off. That's a different competition. There's a second leg. I think you have to forget about it. In the Premier League, they've scored 16 goals in the last 3 games, playing some great football. Saka is back in form. Odegaard really playing well, and they're playing a Newcastle side right now that's suffering with injuries. They've not had a good season, so they will be expected to win. Coming on to Newcastle, it's not been a great season, but you have to have sympathy for Eddie Howe. Once he has one player back, 2 gets injured. One player, 2 gets injured. Murphy came back, again injured. Wilson came back, again injured. Isak is a doubt for this game. There's no Joelinton for this game. We know Tonali is not there, suspended. So, Elliot Anderson is not there. Willock is a massive doubt. Nick Pope is not there, so you have to feel for him. And right now, with no Nick Pope, Dan Burn struggling, Kieran Trippier not having a really good season, no Joelinton, I just can't see Newcastle really keep Arsenal out like they did last year when they conceded 0 at Emirates and had a 0-0 draw. I just can't see them do that. I just can't see them what Porto did, sit back, be defensive and counter. I just can't see them doing that at Emirates against the quality of Bukayo Saka, against the quality of Odegaard, against the quality of Martinelli. I just can't see them do that. And attackingly, I believe Gabriel Saliba can handle Isak and Gordon, and Isak cannot even play the full 90 minutes. So again, I just don't see this enough quality. I just see Newcastle putting a good show, but Arsenal having enough quality and winning this game 2-0 and staying very much in the title race before the big game. And now coming to Wolves versus Sheffield United. On one hand, this is a very straightforward fixture. Wolves should win and they're having a really good season under Gary O'Neill. But the last time these sides played, Sheffield stunned everyone and beat Wolves, and that was a big win for them. But they have been a really poor side this season. They have been absolutely embarrassing. But just like I said for Burnley, these are the sort of matches where can revive the relegation hope. Sheffield can still mathematically save themselves, and these are the matches they should be aiming to win, but they are so poor right now. They're defensively horrific. I just can't see them win this game. Gary O'Neill has done such a good job at Wolves. Pedro Neto, Kuna is not fit for this game, but Hwang is there, Sarabia is there, Semedo, Al-Nouri, João Gomez showed his quality, coming in the box and scoring the goal for the counters. They have got at the back Craig Dawson, Kilman, and I just think the quality in this match is going to be too much. Gary O'Neill did a fantastic job. Wolves are going to continue this journey. These matches can always be a bit surprising one, where you are the favourites to win, and sometimes it plays in your head. But I just can't see Sheffield have too much quality. I just can't see them defensively handle Pedro Neto, Hwang, and I just see Sheffield get one goal back from a corner kick or a set piece. But I think now turning attention to the London Stadium where West Ham play Brentford in a very big game for West Ham, and now turning attention to the London Stadium where West Ham play Brentford. No wins in 2024 for West Ham. Can you even believe it? Absolutely horrific. David Moyes under pressure. There's counter-attacking style, as I've said, cannot work against every side. They're a horrible footballing side, but this is the match they will love to play. Brentford side, which is still no Mbeumo. They depend heavily on Ivan Toney. Defensively, they have no pin-up and they are making error after error. And this is the sort of match I believe West Ham will win to get back on track. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I think Ivan Toney will give a lot of trouble to out-of-form Zouma and Egbert. And I do believe Brentford will get 2 goals in this game. But I think how bad they are defensively, I think they will give Bowen, Kudus, and if Pekota plays too many opportunities, and in the end, West Ham will get 3 goals. So I'm going with West Ham 3, Brentford 2. These are my prediction. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you. Wishing you the best.